losing both of them was first and foremost like devastating for the city. You know what I mean? Like, and I always want to make sure I give Wipeout his respect, like when I do interviews and stuff like that, because not just for clicks and stuff. I don't be wanting people to know that me and Wipeout never actually had a problem. We always was, don't get me wrong, everybody had little issues and stuff like that, but I ain't never had a problem with Wipeout. And so I don't never want to act like I did, or just because people think I'm supposed to act like that. You know what I mean? But
Street Lord G-Rock was recently featured on an episode of the Kid L podcast, wherein he would discuss his position on the Wipeout and Blaze situations, expressing how egos and money played their part in the origin of the beef.
What was like the beginning stages of it? How did it all come together? Where it actually got to this fucking point where it became this extreme.
Egos, man. Young egos and having money. And like I wish I could go back and say to, both sides, like, we ain't doing nothing but fucking the city up, fucking our friendships up, you know what I mean? About nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it just was, man, real awkward. You know what I mean? Not talking to people who like, I'm a person who I can't turn my love off. You know what I mean? It kind of like, I kind of just got to be distant from you before I can, just turn my love off. It was just very awkward,
Kid L would ask G-Rock what former relationships he had to distance himself from, to which G-Rock would respond, all of them.
What relationships did you have to kind of distance yourself from when the beef started kind of emerging?
When you have problems like that, man, you kind of got to distance yourself from everybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how they thinking. They don't know what you thinking, and you know what I'm saying? And thank God for time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was able to talk to Cheese, and don't get me wrong, like, I've always talked to Eastside G and Black, and I've talked to Mo Green, and you know what I'm saying? But there was a few, even Tough. I haven't talked to Tough since maybe 2003. You know what I mean? But I don't wish him no harm or no. You know what I'm saying?
All right, peace. You already know where you at and who you rocking with, right? Right. So let's get to that then, man. Shout out to baby boy Adonis. He up there giving his mama hell. You heard? Dig this here, man. G-Rock, Jessie James, Kid L. Ooh, shit. Every day. Dig this here, though. Part itself. Kid L and G-Rock. A clip surfaced on Kid L's podcast. And the reason I'm calling it a clip is because it was attached to a clip of Big Hurt. It wasn't the same setting. It was G-Rock talking about the beef between Wipeout and Blade, and there was also Big Hurt talking about the beef between Rock Bottom and the Street Lords or whatnot. But we're going to focus on G-Rock's part. We're going to focus on what G-Rock said. Because I had a slight conversation with G-Rock through the DMs. I kind of believe that I understand where he's coming from, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. You understand? Like, just like he probably understands where I'm coming from and some of the points I make, but he doesn't like them. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. And I was watching a video on Diva the Boss Let's Talk TV, my sister channel. You feel me? If you have not, get over to her, like, share, and subscribe. She be on People Tell. You dig? But dig this here. She was saying how a lot don't care who tell it. Rumors, smut thrown at people. They don't care who's saying what. You know what I'm saying? But we who have integrity gotta weed out the bad apples. You dig? Nah. Jessie James said I lied on him twice. G-Rock was a bit more savvy in the way he chose his wording, and saying that almost everything that I reported about him was false. Far be it from me to try to draw a narrative. I was just commentating, pontificating on the subject at hand and what was already being said. I threw my 2 cents in that, you did. But we're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to discuss my conversation with G-Rock as well as my conversation with Jesse James. But right now, let's deal with what he said in the clips y'all just watched. If you haven't, the link to Kids L's video is down in the description box. You can go down there and click it and watch it in its entirety whenever you get ready to. But a few things that he said within the clip that stuck to me and that helped, shape my opinion of him, which isn't far from the first video that I put out, honestly speaking, But again, these are my opinions. All right? Though they might be passionate, though they might come across as fact, I'm going to let you know when I'm talking facts. I'm telling you these are my opinions. Now, what Dog said is losing both of them, meaning Wipeout and Darnell Lindsay, that is, losing both of them was devastating for the city, and I always want to make sure that I give Wipeout his respect, because I ain't never had a problem. Me and Wipeout ain't never had a problem. Now, just so y'all know, I ain't the only one thinking this. It's a comment in that video that says this. Something to the effect of, I always knew he was a little soft. If my right-hand man got a problem with Dog, I got a problem with Dog too. The comments say something like that, right? And that's the same way I feel. Like, how you gonna say you ain't never had a problem with him when you said that he had a problem with Blade? It was an issue with him and Blade. Even though that wasn't the cause, the root of all evil, that wasn't the reason this happened and that happened, it still happened. It was still an issue. So you gotta pick a side. I don't like people that straddle the fence. You feel me? I don't like people jump over that motherfucker, homie. Which side is you on? Not I'm scared to offend this person. I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. I got love for everybody. No, it's got to be somebody you love more, or stay over there. I mean, that's the way I carry it. You feel me? So I can understand why Dog in the comment right there says, I always knew he was a little soft. That's the same way I felt like, man, that shit soft as hell, man. What you mean, dog? You feel me? Anyway. My opinion, he said, I don't never want to act like I did, or because people think I'm supposed to act like that. Speaking about having a problem with Wipeout, I don't never want to act like I got a problem with Wipeout, or like I'm supposed to have a problem with him and this and that and the other. Well, you are supposed to have a problem with him, man. Blade's son is your godson. I mean, that's enough said for me right there. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know you know the origin of what happened with Wipeout. I do. It ain't my place to say it out loud. I speak on it if somebody else do, but it ain't my place to say that out loud. But I know you know the origin of that. We all know that it had little to nothing to do with Blade. But we also know that there was an issue between the two. You said it yourself. What you say? You said it was ego. I was gonna say envy. It was ego, money. This, that, and the other, blase split. So if it's a problem, it's a problem. You got to pick a side, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you ain't got to do shit. You your own man. You've established you standing on your own too, and you know your thing is your thing. But I'm just saying, dog. You feel me? From the outside looking in and judging by life experience, situations I've been through, I'd have made you pick a side, homeboy, and stay over there. You feel me? If you can't pick a side, you already chose in my book. You dig what I'm talking about? Now let's see what else he said. He said, I can't turn my love off. I gotta be distant from you before I can just turn my love off. What does that mean? See, that's what I mean. You can't have love for everybody, dog. You got a big heart. I'm sure you've been hurt multiple times by your big heart. Not even by, and this ain't no slight, not even by people's actions towards you, just by your heart being so big to want to help everybody, want to be on everybody, on a good kill with everyone. And I don't know that this is you, but this is just what I see in my mind. You know, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm sure you'll chime in sooner or later like you did last time, but dig. I said earlier, and I said, yeah, you gotta love somebody more. Blade's son is your godson. I'm sure you didn't turn off the love for Blade. So then how could you say that I haven't spoken to Tough Tone since '03, but I don't wish him no harm or nothing? Man, I wouldn't have said that shit. I would have just left him out of the equation. You said you spoke to Cheese, I spoke to Mo Green, I spoke to Eastside G, I spoke to Black, and this and that and the other. Now that's, men are men. On one side, once blood gets spilled, it ain't no making amends. On other sides, you feel me? Everything can be reestablished or can be mended. You feel me? So I don't know which side you choosing, and it ain't even. It's not about choosing a side right now, but I don't know what you're doing with that. He say, okay, I deal with these people. I understand that you built relationships with folks, and y'all particular folks probably didn't have nothing to do with none of that other stuff. So, y'all on the outside looking in within it. You dig is the way I come across, but at the same time, like I say, man, we know you did it tough just because you said fuck me. Tough ran off with the work and he still broke. I got a slug in my lung, but dog, you still broke. Cause I shot up that raw spot, and I shot up that gauge spot, and I shot up that weed spot. The same nigga that named y'all and made y'all and sprayed y'all with 3 Ks, and I think it was 2 Glocks. That's what you get for trying to go against the master, broke little bastard. When I catch you, I'ma blast you. You feel me? But you was big, tough, and all bad. That's the line I was looking for. You was big, tough, and all bad. Till Jesse James left you in and shit bad. You feel me? One thing I paid attention to is he said I didn't get into none of that. And I don't think I can hear, I don't think I hear a G-Rock verse in my head about that street stuff. He said I didn't talk about the street stuff on Wax. It was easier for me to rap about Rock Bottom because that was rap. He said, but the street stuff, I don't talk about it. You feel me? Not like I said, Tough is the one that was called out by name, if you ask me, on Blood, Sweat, and Tears, on 911. I just don't know how you can feel like that, homie. Now let's get into what he said on Insta, man. Let me pull this up real quick, yo. Pardon self. Let me pull up what he said on Insta. Yeah, certain stuff makes sense to me, certain stuff don't. But just like Rollo said, everything ain't for real niggas to understand. I put everything in God's hands, man. You feel me? I'm just talking about what's being talked about. Now check this out. Where's G-Rock at? There you go. Alright. He called my phone a few times. I missed them calls, but he said, hey bro, Blade got shot in September 1st. That's the day they came my way. That's when he put, what he said, that's when he hit, put in the wheelchair. So I guess that's when he said, that's when he get put in the wheelchair. He died 7 months later. And yes, I was golfing then. And who name did I say? But let's just say I did. The nigga been convicted of killing Blade since 06. Got an interview saying he did it. So who did I tell on? So everybody that talks about Suge Knight running a nigga over with his truck, a rat. Niggas be reaching. I wasn't trying to call him a rat. Just like I said to him, I never called you a rat. I drew a parallel from what you said to Jesse's statement. Did you warn Blade that they were coming your way after you skated? That's what I asked, dog. I said, did you say you slept with Blade's wife and marry one of his exes? These are the questions I asked G-Rock. He then comes back. How can I be jealous of Blade when his son? How can I be jealous of Blade when his son is my godson? And that's facts. All that other shit is just talk, and I'm sure I don't have to answer the question if I told Blade they left my house. First of all, that shit is our business. Now let me stop right there. You the one that got on that podcast 5 years ago discussing y'all business, talking about how they came for you, talking about how this and that and the other, how dog came and killed somebody on the ambulance and all of that other stuff. You involved us in y'all business. You feel me? Us being the podcasters, the public, you know what I'm saying? And this and that and the other, you feel me? So for you to say now that it's y'all business, now that I'm asking these questions as an investigative journalist, you feel me? Amateur or not, but I'm asking these questions and you say I don't have to answer that? That's kind of sketchy, don't you think? How could I be jealous of Blade when his son is my godson? That didn't answer the question. That just says his son is your godson. That doesn't mean you didn't have any envy in your heart toward him. That didn't say, no, I was not jealous of him. He said, and the fact he said, and that's facts and all that other shit is just talk. I'm sure I don't have to answer the question if I told Blade they left my house first. That's our business. What you mean, dog? It's a simple yes or no question. Why wouldn't you want to answer the question of whether or not you warned him that dog nim was coming his way? Why wouldn't you want to? You feel me? Furthermore, he says, I don't know what that man's so angry for. I ain't worried about it either, bro. I'm 47. Maybe, just maybe if I was 27, I would entertain it. And I see clearly he's making money off this shit. Cause my streams went up like crazy. I just went to clear what he said. I just wanted to clear that up with you and let you know the 2 separate events. Stay doing your podcast and get the paper. I ain't hating or arguing with no niggas from a phone. I'm done talking. That's what he says. I reply, I'm a journalist, dog. Investigative journalist to be exact. Be it amateur or not, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what happened. Get to the bottom of the controversy. I agree it's y'all business, but you doing interviews and live streams, putting it out in the streets. That puts it up for debate. That's what I told dog. This is his last statement to me. Bro, I have no issues with you or what you doing. Like I said, get your money, but just know your money coming off lies. I'm just realizing today. Damn, my son going nuts. He said, I'm just realizing today what it's about. One, I'm not going to say I'm not a nigga like him. 2, all my streams and videos are going up, so I guess keep saying my name and Juan name or Street Lords, whatever's making him some money. I responded to you because that shit you was getting from him is so far from any truth. So you get your money, but even with running me out of town, how a nigga gonna run me somewhere I've been living for 14 years? Niggas just be talking. That's crazy. What you mean how a nigga gonna run you somewhere you've been living for 14 years though? I don't even want to get into that because I do know the particulars, but I don't know the particulars well enough to talk about the brick situation like that outside of bringing it up and asking, did it happen? But right there, he's saying how somebody gonna run him out of town. I guess he's meaning the late brick. When he had already been living there for 14 years, he said niggas just be talking. He said, but by me never seeing your platform and seeing what you said, I just wanted to let you know everything you reported was false, just like I told y'all in the beginning. But do you? Before a nigga willing to make money off lies, what else won't he do? Speaking about Dogface. So, like I said, it was my duty to keep my journalistic integrity intact and bring that message forth from Dog, whether I like it or not. I didn't put it on the screen because it's a private message or whatnot. But let's get to what Jessie said, man. We'll get back to the G-Rock in a minute. You feel me? Because Dogface cooked him on Instagram. But let me pull up this email real quick, man. Let me get to what Jessie said. Now, first of all, it's kind of sketchy because I don't know niggas that send messages like this, and I'm going to put it on the screen somewhere where y'all can see it. You feel me? But, you know, he sent me an email. Here it is, bang. He sent me an email. Now, I figured out it was from him when Drake Carter said his government name. You feel me? When Drake Carter said his government name, but the email says As y'all can read, Big Dog, I can't let y'all do Jessie like that. The same way he was loyal and still loyal to Blade is the same way he was loyal to his crew, especially Brick. Jessie was going to trial, only facing 33 months, and could have been selfish, could have been for self, and pled guilty and came home, but the bum Brick needed him to get off that 20-year boy. Jessie declined for months and then agreed to help his right-hand man and other co-defendants get less time without testifying on no outsiders or going to the federal grand jury and being a witness for the government. They intentionally told on themselves and pled guilty and came home. No one was harmed, and they all still best friends to this day. I'm one of them. Boy, just a loyal-ass team player. Like he said, ain't nobody bigger than the program. That's his 5K. That's what Dog said, and it continues. That was 22 years ago in 2000. And what it said, that was 22 years ago in 2002, not 2005. If Jessie didn't do exactly what I just said to you on the indictment, why would dude wait until 2024 to try to assassinate a bum character? I don't know why he talking like that. That shit funny. He said, why would he try to wait to 2024 to assassinate a bum character? Why would he be in the bushes with Jessie? And why is he on multiple Street Lord songs hollering him and Jessie and me and Jess saluting and praising him? And why wait till Brick dead and can't defend Jessie name and claims? It's Brick indictment. Make it make sense. And this is after the bum got out in 2004. Lastly, all y'all have to do is find and interview the nigga Jessie supposedly told on to get the 5K, and that'll end it all. But ain't nobody, homie. So I put that across the screen because I told him I would. I said, I appreciate the clarity. I'll do an official update probably tomorrow. That was October 13th. We where we at right now and whatnot. But I did get to it, homie, so I kept my word. You feel me? Question though, if Dog was so loyal to the team, why he declined initially to help Brick? His man since he was 12 and Brick was 8, according to him. That just seems sketchy. That's what I wrote back to Dog. You feel me? Let me see if he replied. I think he did. He said, Jessie was prepared for trial. And for this very reason, today you slander his name to us. His loyalty to us, to you is snitching. To which I replied, I gave Dog the benefit of the doubt. Jessie even said, he see I was trying to be fair, but I was wrong about a few things. I was just asking about what you said earlier. The contact stopped, but like I said, the email came from Jesse James' real name. So I don't know how to take that. Why wouldn't he just email me himself? Let's talk about that. I mean, he did email me. Why wouldn't he just talk to me himself? Why would he have to send me a statement from somebody who says that he was his co-defendant in the thing? Now, I'd have to take him at his word about that, right? 2. As soon as the controversy broke about the 5K and everything else, and he took the stage with Dogface Calderon, the next live stream Dogface did, he said, Jesse can send me that paperwork whenever he wants to. Just like he could have shot it to my inbox right there and showed me. That ain't what it is. I didn't tell on nobody, this and that and the other. Rather than send me a statement from a supposed co-defendant of his that says he was loyal and only came to tell on himself, just like the rest of them did, to lower their sentences, and everybody came home and they still all best friends. Now, you can choose to believe what you want. It is not my place to try to draw a narrative or shape your opinion. All I can tell you is what I feel about the situation. I've never been to the federal penitentiary. All I can do is read the guidelines. And the guidelines for a 5K states what it states. You can take him at his word, or you can take the government at what they prosecute niggas on. That's on you, homie. All I got to say about that is this. Peace to the gods and earth. I'll be back.